Hello, I'm Samuel from SAP, and today I'm here to showcase what we can do with C2RO's physical space analytics through SAP Analytics Cloud. So a pain point that a lot of retailers have today is that the in-store experience can't really be measured or tracked the same way as the e-commerce experience. So C2RO really aims to make this in-store experience more understandable so you can understand things like how your customers are browsing your store and how they're making their purchases. Okay, so there are three areas that we'd like to tackle with SAP Analytics Cloud. We'll be going through things like store performance, store operations, and employee health and safety. Store performance would cover things like how customers are making purchase decisions inside the store. Store operations will be focusing on how efficient is the store running and kind of how long people are spending in the store. And employee health and safety is really focused around safeguarding employee health during the time of COVID-19. But for our purposes today, we'll just be going through store performance and store operations. All right, so starting with our dashboard on store performance, this is providing a big regional view of the convenience stores that roll up in this particular region. And so it has stores like Fresno, Las Vegas, and Los Angeles. So let's dive into Los Angeles specifically for our analysis. So here we're looking at the store performance dashboard specifically for the Los Angeles store. And so on the left here, we have metrics that are reported by SAP, things like sales, basket value, cost of goods sold, and probes into the actual purchases of the customer. So we'd find out like what are the best performing SKUs at the store, for example. And on the right-hand side, we have information that's coming in from C2RO. So this is more focused around the purchasing behavior and how customers are converting within the store. So for example, you can get information like how long people are staying in the store, the percentage of those that are coming in while they pass by the store, and the percentage of those who come in that are actually making purchases, so the conversion rate. And as well get a breakdown for how conversions are trending throughout the day. So for example, at 3 p.m., it seems that a lot of people are coming in, but there isn't very many purchases that are being made. As well as what kind of demographic segments are coming in the most. And so here it looks like females that are 30 to 34 years old are a really big segment for me. And as well, I'm interested in maybe knowing which departments are the most popular. And in my case, it looks like the beverage department in my stores is attracting a lot of traffic. All right, so now we're going to move over to the store operations dashboard. And so the store operations dashboard is broken down into three areas. So the overall store traffic, information about each department, and the checkout experience for the customers. Okay, so let's look at store traffic now. So if we look at the unique visitors that are coming into the store during the day, we can generally seem to identify two spikes. There's a lot of people who are coming in around 12 p.m. and a lot of people who are coming in around 5 p.m. at the end of the workday. And using some filter functions, we can figure out which demographic segments seem to be contributing to these two spikes. So I'm currently looking at the 50 and older segment, and it doesn't really seem like they're adding to this spike at 12 p.m. and 5 p.m. But when I cut over to something like 40 to 44, you can very clearly see that this segment is coming in a lot more during the lunch hour and at 5 p.m. So as well, we can now look into the different departments that are available at the convenience store. So in our store, there's 4, beverages, groceries, snack foods, and newspapers. And now we can apply the same sort of demographic breakdowns and see where people are going in the store and how long they're spending there. So if I'm interested in the 18-year-old to 24-year-old segment, I can see that most predominantly they're going to the beverage section of the store. And in terms of time spent in the different areas of the store, it's generally quite an even breakdown. They're seeming to spend around 4.5 minutes in every particular section. So C2RO also lets us get an understanding about the checkout experience for customers. And we can figure things out like how long they have to wait in line before they're helped by someone, and understand how many customers are actually leaving the store because they weren't helped in time. And so here we have a breakdown of the checkout queue over the course of the day. So it seems that at 12 p.m. there's quite a bit of a wait, and also at 5 p.m. Quite a bit of a wait as well for the customers. So they're spending 3 minutes or 2.5 minutes waiting before they're able to be helped by someone. And we would want to also know, does this affect their mood maybe? And so with what C2RO can measure, we can now distill into this 12 p.m. time frame and see whether customers during this time were generally positive or had a neutral expression or looked like they had a negative experience at the store. And so generally it looks like even with a bit of a longer wait, it didn't affect customer mood very much, but there is a handful of customers that decided that this was a bit frustrating, and perhaps they're the same ones that decided to abandon the checkout at that stage.